Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell, this is DS, and today we have Joy Mayberry.
I didn't know there was a wardrobe change.
This is filmed different day, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, sorry, yeah, total
Completely different.
Paloma's on a cruise trip to figure out what's going on with her fiancé. We have a very special guest from RuPaul's Drag Race, Jaymes Mansfield.
Hi everyone! I'm so excited to be back, finally.
She drove all the way from Milwaukee.
And boy, are my arms tired. That's how that joke goes, right? Whatever, it's wrestling.
Anyway, this Raw and SmackDown, explosive! Oh my god! So let's jump right into Raw. Natalya.
Natty!
We had Natalya versus Lacey Evans match.
Natty's got some fire behind her lately, and I dig it.
Oh my god, especially when she came in and just shoved Lacey Evans right on her ass.
This little fire that's been coming from her lately, I feel like is making me pay attention to Natty.
I love it.
Where's this Natty been for the last decade?
Yeah. She has like 4 or 5 signature moves that she always just kind of like goes through, but lately with this fire, it's been looking great.
Especially it has to do with the fact that we have so many girls here now that can handle her offense. Because for a while there, she was kind of stuck in like that Molly Holly kind of booking.
Yeah.
She wasn't quite the top, but she was never quite over.
I've been loving her. She's like, "You nasty bitch! You nasty bitch!" There were a couple bitch lines this episode. It's well used.
I feel like that's the max insult they can think to give the women. It's just like, go out there and call her bitch.
It's so much better than when they're calling each other witch.
I hate
You
it.
are a witch!
Conniving witch.
Or like slut shaming, that happened a lot too.
Yeah. But speaking of nasty bitch, Lacey Evans.
Oh my god.
I'm really liking her.
Now, I don't know much about Lacey Evans. I mean, I know she has Amazon Prime, judging from her outfits. But, like, is thing good or thing bad? I'm not exactly sure yet.
During her matches with Becky Lynch,
I was not that impressed by, I will say that.
I was not. But her last week match with Bayley, and even this one, I think she's getting way better.
Yeah, I mean, she's had that time to kind of adapt to being on the main roster as opposed to just NXT, because she really wasn't used on NXT.
I always thought she had that kind of like Baron Corbin style where she like hit a couple moves and she did a lot of like really boring submission moves. But she's been kind of using creative submission holds, which looked better, I think. And then she mixed it up with like her big athletic moves like moonsault.
And then finishes with a punch.
And then I love that she threw that handkerchief.
That women's right, though, this week. Oh, that's the best one I've ever seen. Natty's out. That was great. I'm done.
Yeah, I think she's really like understanding her character and how to incorporate that into her match style. I've been very impressed lately.
I also feel like she's working that femininity more into her moveset in the ring. Like, she had the walk down in the character, but I feel like what she's doing now in the ring, like with her hair, with her body style, is really embodying the character a bit more.
My only gripe with Lacey Evans at this point in time, and I feel like she is improving a lot, is would somebody please on this hairstyling team get this girl a roller set? She's constantly mixing eras, a 40s dress with a 50s aesthetic. Oh, give her some finger waves.
I did not know that.
It's just, it bothers me as somebody that dabbles in vintage things.
Well, I will hook you up with the glam team.
Get a roller set.
Let's go into, Becky Lynch promo.
I like the promo. It was a lot better than Sasha's. I want to see a little bit more.
What? Really?
I liked it. I feel like both of them have cut very nice promos.
They have to save it for Twitter. That's where it really goes down.
I loved all the promo from both of them.
I didn't like Sasha's.
Really?
From last week.
Last week that was not the best.
That was what I was talking about.
Oh, but what about this week?
Becky's was good. I felt Sasha's was solid trying to come back at her, although I felt she kind of stumbled a little bit. She's one of those people that has that gimmick where her swagger is a lot better than what she says.
I feel like the theme of every girl's promos the past couple weeks has been doubling down. Becky Lynch, the thing I have a problem with is it doubled down on Sasha's again, where it's just like, you didn't really sell this match for me. Like, I don't really see it. I'm gonna rent it, I'm not gonna buy it.
I am buying it. I am licking it up because I'm so into it when Becky Lynch was like, well, you main evented. You got a freaking bouquet of flowers delivered to you. Anyone who like saw their career pan out, this is perfect. I really like this realism that they're growing.
Like, I completely agree with that. I agree, but I feel like she fell short on the fact that she didn't really do that little dig in to where she's like, now look at where you are and now look at where I am. And that's what I needed to really be invested to, like, why Sasha's gonna come out and beat her down with a chair.
I can agree to some extent because like Becky will go off on Twitter, like she talks some big ass on Twitter, but on TV it's just like, well, where are all these digs? Like, I want to see it. And like, you're just focusing on all this petty stuff like flowers and you got this and I didn't get that. Like, really just throw some dirt at her.
Compared to last week, I think Sasha Banks, she was given more freedom to talk. Shot some fires about Nia Jax's situation.
I did like that.
Which was kind of a cool line. I loved her bodysuit, by the way.
Yeah.
That bodysuit was everything.
That was like Candice Michelle's bodysuit done right. It looked right on her.
It was AliExpress. She didn't get it from Wish.
Don't come for Wish.
I'm sorry, background. I didn't mean to shade you like that.
Speaking of looks, Becky's new jacket, totally digging that
I love
as well.
it.
I liked it. And the hairdo was pretty cool.
So Sasha's line was that the man will be the boss's bitch. I will be your bitch. I will be your bitch, Sasha.
It was good. It was solid. It was kind of expected. Like, it didn't, you're gonna be my bitch, didn't hit like when Stephanie said it to Brie Bella back before the SummerSlam match.
I'm gonna make you my bitch.
But it hit. It was fine.
But just imagine how much better this match is gonna be.
Exactly. Granted, that match wasn't half bad.
The match wasn't bad. That match had the best build as opposed to not the best match, where I think this one's going to be like the best match as opposed to not the best build.
I still, to this day, think the way Brie Bella says bitch is my favorite. Bitch! Bitch! Is my favorite.
She screams that one part. You are a bitch!
Where's that remix?
Let's move to that Bayley interview with Kayla Braxton. Right, Kayla?
Or was it with Charlie?
So let's move to Bayley interview.
With backstage interviewer.
Yes.
As long as it's not Sarah Schreiber, we're fine.
I really like this interview. This interview is what really the interview should be, because it planted a lot of seeds that blossomed in that main event spot. Bayley was like, why do you keep asking me questions about Sasha Banks? And then Becky Lynch. I will not be overshadowed. That really built into main event, so I loved it.
Agreed.
Sasha's interview with Sarah Schreiber.
Get the hell out of my face!
Where she just like yelled at her. Just,
Yeah. Now, main event time. So it was Women's Champion Showcase. First time when I saw this, I was like, what is the point? Even though the main event actually turned out amazing, I gagged, I lived for it. Still, the tag team champions were used as an object to put other people over.
Were they used kind of to put them over? Because it seemed like going in, they kind of gave them both equal as far as like commentary and build.
That's true, they did like promote them pretty well. But they weren't part of the storyline. They were just there to kind of like put Becky, Bayley, and Sasha Banks' story.
I mean, it was good. They definitely shined in the match. Like, it was a solid tag team match.
It made sense because it's like a champion teaming up to go against a champion. So it like logically makes sense, but I feel like, again, the tag team champions are kind of used as instruments.
Honey, at this point with this championship, aren't we used to it? They buried it last week. I mean, what do you expect?
I'm just hoping for the best.
They're just making sure that soil's nice and firm.
Okay, so this match.
No, I like the match.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did, honestly. The one spot that really stood out for me was when Bayley's trying to make that hot tag. Bliss had her and she called her right there, and then she just like kind of like side kicked Becky's hand back.
She kicked the hand.
I like that part.
Do you remember anything from the match?
I remember the end.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think the match.
That's very fair.
Even though it was like women main eventing Raw in a long time, which was cool, the match itself was just kind of like, meh. I didn't hate it.
Yeah, it's also the first time that Bliss and Cross have went up against Becky or Bayley and not looked like complete underdogs. Because there was that whole Cross and Bayley match where I didn't think they really built Cross up as a threat. This time they kind of took it to Bayley.
I don't know. I mean, it was a championship showcase. It was like supposed to feel kind of fresh and cool, but like they've been having matches here and there like every time.
They keep getting their asses kicked.
Yeah, so I'm just like, oh, this again. But, damn.
Yeah.
Bayley.
I screamed at my television.
I will say this has been the most excited I've ever been for Bayley in a long, long time. Not since TakeOver has she got an ovation like this. A little bit more in the future. We're going to do a time jump for a second when I say this, but we will see how long that pop lasts.
Oh.
What? Why?
That's not shade. That's some straight up tea. That's the truth. No, it's true. Give me the highlights of Bayley's career.
I don't trust them enough to take this great heat that she got and do anything worthwhile with it.
I understand your pessimism with the WWE creatives. Huge pop for Bayley.
Because it was unexpected.
One thing I hope is that, remember last time Bayley turned heel?
Yeah, and she got this huge pop like she did last night.
And then after that, Sasha Banks was like, I love you. And then they didn't even go anywhere with the lesbian stuff, so I was like, give me something. But I hope
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I hope this time this goes somewhere. But I'm so excited.
I'm very excited for it, but I'm also very skeptical of it.
Let's see what happened on SmackDown. So on SmackDown, we saw a little promo between Bayley and Charlotte Flair. And Bayley, it was her chance to explain what she was doing.
She didn't know.
She didn't.
She didn't seem to know. Similar to Sasha Banks' promo. Well, I was gone and you guys didn't know what I was doing, and apparently I don't either. Why? And her reasoning for it was, I did it for Sasha's
Sasha.
friendship.
For loyalty.
I'm so sick of it though. Bayley's gimmick has been I'm Sasha Banks' best friend for so long, and I'm like, why? Like, she's her own character. Give her something else.
You know what? I can agree in that perspective where I do want to see Bayley like flourish by herself. Her whole character arc is about Sasha Banks. I do agree with that. But I'm really loving this shade of gray where she's not like, well, this, so I'm heel. All the best heels make sense in herself. For herself, the logic makes sense. She's still a huggy, happy Bayley, but she did that horrendous stuff because I'm a best friend to Sasha Banks. I actually love that reasoning because it is totally delusional.
But it didn't really feel like she leaned enough into the delusion. It felt more like confused, and she was stumbling over herself as she was doing the promo. I would have rather preferred she like leaned more into, well, I know I was this huggy, happy person, but screw that, I'm a heel now.
This was a segment where I was just like really had to kind of like think, because usually with WWE segments are like, well, I hate this, or like, oh, I love this. Yeah. But like I was just like thinking like, do I like this or what? Because it was very gray area.
When Charlotte came out and she started like voicing, you know, at least people know who I am because everything I say is straight up, you know what you're getting out of me. Kind of cleared up the same frustration I was having when I was thinking about what Bayley was saying.
But for me, that's when I thought WWE knew what they were doing with Bayley. WWE knows that Bayley is in the gray zone.
Yeah.
So I hope it's intentional, and I hope that they really push that self-righteous, she thinks she's face, but she's actually horrendous heel type of character.
This is gonna be an unpopular opinion. I would like to just see the hugger persona go.
Okay.
Like, if she's gonna go heel with it, go full tilt and completely abandon those values. She could turn face later on, but I feel like that happy sunshine thing worked for when the time it did. Let's have her grow up.
I like that idea where she's, you know, still being the happy hugger, but because she's so self-righteous, she's kind of like judging everyone. It's like, none of you are as happy and as loving as I am. I'm the hugger. You should all strive to be more like me.
I also feel like the hugger character is so fucking annoying. Like, it's so annoying. It has so much heel potential. I think she should just push it to the most annoying max and get the best boo out of it.
I would buy a shirt that said, "Don't worry, be Bayley." I would buy that in a heartbeat.
I just did like, it kind of mellowed as she started speaking. Even the crowd started to lose its enthusiasm for her because it was so big. And then as it kept going, you just saw, you know, the train going off the tracks. And they had to bring out 2 other girls to complete her promo.
I love the fact that Charlotte did the whole thing where she was like, well, I know what's coming, and just pop Bayley real quick to get her out of the way.
I just hope this doesn't turn Charlotte face. I did read some reports that's saying, oh, Charlotte's going to her hometown, so she's going to go in as a face. No, please.
I mean, she can totally be a face, but not a face.
I mean, Charlotte showing up in Charlotte is automatically going to get a pop. Like, it doesn't matter whether she's babyface or heel.
Okay.
They're going to cheer for her there.
Face that I really liked from Charlotte was when she first arrived in SmackDown, where she was like cocky, but she was not like bad.
She had an Alundra Blaze quality to her, where she was just good, and she knew she was good.
We'll see. This is all very gray zone. Everyone's in gray zone, but one thing's for sure, they're pushing the heck out of the 4 ponies. Even the commentary is really pushing the fact, like, oh, we remember this rivalry. They're like really pushing it. So I'm sorry, Lola. I feel like, let's move to the tag match. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross had a match with Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. This match was...
It was adequate. Yeah. I feel like, for once, Nikki Cross got some good offense in.
She did.
You're never gonna look like me. No one wants to look like you. Shut up.
And that tag move at the end with Sonya and Mandy.
That's a sweet move. That's a good combo.
I want to see more of these like actual tag moves. Yeah. That's more about just tagging each other, but like just really working together and creating moments.
I mean, I felt like you kind of got tag moves like that when the Iconics had the belt, but I mean...
They have some tag moves. Kabuki Warriors do have some solid tag spots.
They do.
I haven't seen much out of Bliss and Cross, but I do think they interact well.
Yeah, initially when I saw them, I didn't know how they were going to gel, but I feel like it is getting better as it keeps going. We see like Nikki and her had this weird friendship dynamic going.
Well, at least they have a cute entrance now.
They do, but more excited after this match seeing that Mandy and Sonya got the win. So there's actually a build towards the tag team championship match.
I hope they did finally defend the championship at pay-per-view with some Sonya and Mandy storyline going somewhere, because they were going somewhere. They're going the lesbian area, but they kind of dropped it.
Are they?
Because Vince was like, you can't make them kiss. Okay, drop it.
Honestly, though, and as far as it goes, like, it's kind of shady, but when it comes to, what is their tag team name, Mandy and Sonya, Fire and Desire, like, I go into Aretha Franklin mode, like, beautiful gowns, beautiful hair. I don't know much else what they have to offer. They don't really get to do anything. Mandy's got really nice hair.
I liked her look this week with the gold boots and the black tights.
Yeah.
I thought that really worked for her.
Sonya impresses me every time she's in the ring, so.
Sonya's so good.
Yeah.
She's so underrated.
Yeah.
I want to see that big defining tag team match, and I think it might happen.
Let's go a little back to the Saturday All Out. So we had 2 women's matches. Let's start from the Casino Battle Royale.
The whole concept of the Casino Royale Battle Royal just seems like one big cluster.
Someone actually explained it to me, and it was a lot of explanation for me to be like, okay, that's kind of cool.
But you needed all the explanation.
I know, so this is like the whole like casino theme where everyone, 21 women, pick one card, and the people who pick the same shape enter together. And
Hearts, spades, diamonds, clubs.
Clubs.
Yeah.
So they enter together. The one who picked Joker enters the last. Theoretically, it's a good idea, I feel like. Someone smoked some weed and they were like, this is a really good idea. Like,
Someone
this
in
is
wrestling
great.
smoked weed? What?
But it's not like Royal Rumble. It's simple, it's clear, it just works. It's a little clunky.
And sometimes for a battle royal, simple is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have to like explain this.
I'm already checked out.
Yeah.
My thing was like it worked really well for a gimmick match when they were in Vegas. Like that made sense, but why is it now a thing at every pay-per-view?
No, I think their entire gimmick is like casino, because like all out, all in, casino term.
I think Cody Rhodes has a gambling problem.
As far as it goes, the match, and I feel bad saying it was a tad clunky. There was some like bits they tried to do that didn't quite land. And it really showed just due to the camera work and everything.
Oh my god, at one point, there was like Apple mute button that popped out. I don't think it was during
was
this
there? I
match, but
didn't
it was
see
like
it.
in one of the pay-per-view. Like, but there's definitely some production clunkiness going on.
Yeah, with especially with the entrances, like girls were entering way later than they were supposed to be.
That's what drove me nuts was literally on commentary, like they did the whole countdown. And then you're waiting for a solid 30 seconds to a minute for
They
someone
got
to come
announced.
I think the problem with Man's Casino Battle Royale was that they all came in together, so like each one didn't get a pop.
Yeah.
So this time they're trying to like put one by one.
out. But it still felt odd.
Yeah.
Especially when a countdown happens and no one comes out, and then you have commentary going, well, the entrants are going to be making their way to the ring shortly.
And I don't know how it was watching TV, but I saw a couple of people getting eliminated during entrance was happening. So I didn't even know where like Awesome Kong and Brandy Rose went.
Don't be worried because like on watching it on TV, it was also kind of confusing because like the only person that was really on top of everything was JR. And even he was kind of like missing elimination. So like you didn't know what was going on technically. It's like, okay, well, who's still in? Okay, we cut to them and then you go back to the ring and like it's way less girls.
Yeah.
Also, like, commentary wasn't building, like, spots that happened. Like, Leva had her book
Oh,
spot
I
on
love
the
that spot.
But commentary was, like, making fun of it.
Hashtag justice for Ariel Italic.
But you know what's really funny though? Like the books that she used, it's all K-pop catalogs.
Was it?
It's so funny.
You do have the one person in the world, Leva, who can make a gimmick that's not the best work. I mean, Blue Pants was Blue Pants
Yeah.
for a reason. So it's like, you know.
Of course, Nyla Rose, the winner. She cleaned house.
She did.
I love the little like 4 powerhouse meetup: Jazz, ODB, Awesome Kong, and Nyla Rose.
What a fatal 4-way match that would be.
Yeah.
There was so many surprise pops in this that I wasn't expecting. Like ODB coming back especially, like, what?
And the crowd ate her up. Like,
She is awesome.
She's awesome, and she was selling barbecue the entire time outside of Starcast.
Where are those segments?
So-
We need some segments in front of her food truck.
No, but she was just like legit selling food.
Make that coin, girl.
I need that in my life as a wrestling gimmick.
I love that Big Swole and Mercedes Martinez got huge pop. Big Swole told me that she thought nobody's gonna know her, but she got huge pops. I was very proud for her.
Great.
Teal Piper,
I didn't really see much of her work.
she's new.
I kind of hate that she's the daughter of Roddy Piper, but his gimmick completely went to Ronda Rousey.
21 women in 20-minute match.
It was okay.
I was happy with the outcome.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, totally. That was very Very bold move by AEW.
I love it. I think she's the perfect, she's going to get a lot of press. It's also a really progressive pick. Kayfabe News posted, people argue that a trans woman shouldn't be facing a real biological woman because they get an unfair advantage in a made-up fake sport.
Oh, get that Ben Shapiro biology shit out of here.
It drives me crazy.
Everyone becomes a scientist the second they don't agree with something.
And that's actually like a very hot topic in sports right now with the whole like Olympics and like...
We had a few years ago at Fallon Fox in the UFC. Glenda Brain, Ronda Rousey speaking out against it. Yeah.
Still to this day, I thought there was like some situation with the marathon.
They wanted the girls tested to see if they were female. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, so it's like a huge topic in sports industry right now, and I love that AEW's like going head first with it, picking Nyla Rose as the first #1 contender for this champion belt.
What I love about it, like their approach is just like they don't address it because they shouldn't have to.
Boom.
Exactly. Hikaru Shida versus Riho.
Good match.
Hard hitting. My God.
Yeah.
Japanese women's matches always get me there. It's just like, oh, it just looks so painful. And it's like the offense, especially, it's just like, how are they not feeling like they gotta have a car crash after this match?
So this was a very good match. I think Riho, obviously, is so good at selling. I love Riho. She just looked like she's just breaking in half every single move that she got.
She's the little Final Fantasy character come to life.
Yeah.
And living.
The only thing that confuses me, though, is why was this match for a spot in the championship match?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing with AEW is that it's a bit confusing, and they don't explain a whole lot.
I noticed that AEW is doing like a win counts, like a singles win and loss and tags win and loss under their names. So
Yeah,
like,
that's inventive, yeah.
It's not explained how that's going to be incorporated into how they're going to be #1 contenders and stuff like that, so...
That's why you gotta tune into TNT and find out.
Yeah.
It seems like they have Joshi division and then the women's division.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit lost on what's going on. But she's really good. All the women are very talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like with the booking, especially with the Joshi girls, it's like they're just, it's still in the like feats of introducing us all to this style, especially like, us Americans, we haven't seen it for the most part. Like, so if they're gonna go onto a mainstream platform like TNT, they have to slowly, introduce it to us all.
I thought their way of introducing Joshi girls was by throwing crazy matches. But this match was good. Don't get me wrong. It was very good, but very grounded, especially like sandwiched between men's matches that went all out with like thumbtacks in your mouth, Cody's dog shitting his pants because of the fireworks. It was good, but it was a modest match compared to all these crazy shit that went on.
It's a variety show, and you have to have some matches that are grounded somewhat, because if you got the flippy stuff all the time, you get you get accustomed to it.
I agree. Joshi girls, though, their like main selling point is that they're super fast and they are crazy in the ring. But if they are making them go have modest match, how are you introducing them?
Well, see, I didn't get that when I was watching it. It hit me more like an old school like '90s women's matches. Like if you watch the Alundra Blaze matches with like Bull Nakano, they were grounded, but they were hard hitting. Like you felt it.
So Riho won. Riho versus Nyla Rose.
I don't understand why, but I'm all for it.
Okay, is Nyla Rose, did she drop the gimmick with her costumes? Because she was looking cute.
Again, this match writes for itself. Nyla versus Riho. The size differences visually is just, it's gonna work. I'm just curious how they're gonna write Nyla. Is she gonna be heel or is she gonna be like face?
It doesn't seem like they're really, really focused on heel and face. It seems like they're very focused on, this is your gimmick, go out and have a match. Like there's no story, there's no real like build towards matches, and that's what worries me, especially when they're going into a weekly segmented TV show.
The only really like gray areas we get into is when it comes to the women's division. Like there's only a few standouts that are full on like, okay, she's a heel. Like Awesome Kong, she's a heel. It's not like an MJF situation where that's a full-on heel.
Oh, I see.
And he's a full-on gorgeous man.
So the first TNT taping is in Washington, which is Nyla Rose's hometown. This could be a big opportunity for them to crown the first ever mainstream trans woman to be the women's champion in her hometown. It's gonna be a great moment.
To put it on her as the inaugural is groundbreaking, but it's also just a solid choice because she's a really good wrestler.
She is. I love the triple threat match that she had in the other pay-per-views, and it was Nyla Rose, Riho, and Sakazaki. That match was great.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot more of it because like that first match we saw with her and Kong was a special appearance. You didn't see a whole lot of them. Like they're kind of in and out of the ring the whole entire time. And we've been seeing a lot more of Nyla Rose, and she has got a very, very interesting style.
Yes.
Excited.
Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. Where can we find you, James?
I am Jaymes Mansfield with a Y at YouTube. Also follow me on Queens of the Stream.
You can find me at Joey_Mayberry on Instagram and Twitter, or Joey Mayberry on TikTok.
And you can find me at DS Sheen on Instagram and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. And get ready for that Torrie Wilson interview dropping this weekend.
It was fun to wrestle her because we had like this weird thing. Like, I don't think she really liked me. So it was like, it's almost like some of our fights were real.
Oh my. All right. Bye.
Bye.